This is a special room tour edition of the Gamingphile, or as it's sometimes called, the Viper Room. Shout out to River Phoenix. So, if you follow me down here, we got a couple of... This is my desk area or work zone. This is where the Gamingphile gets all the work done. We got a special Millennium Falcon backdrop. Here's a couple extra game systems I have up here. This is my white PS4, white Sunset Overdrive Xbox One. Down here, this is my Nintendo Power magazine shelves, basically. These two shelves, all Nintendo Power. Really cool to get the Link mosaic kind of going on there. This is where I keep my handhelds. So I got the Majora's Mask 3DS. That's where I play my 3DS games. PSP Go, this is all like loaded up with hacks, emulators, so I can do some research. PSP Vita, just got the Vita, love the system actually, really cool if you have PS Plus. Down here we got to shout out HR Geiger as well, RIP. This is Dark Seed, the only PC game I still have left. I thought it was such a cool, unique box, and his art is like just amazing artwork. Behind there I have like some heavy metal magazines like Strategy Guys, etc. Lando Calrissian we also have to shout out down here. This is kind of a cool Resident Evil lithograph thing. They're like little numbered certificates. I got this when the game came out, so huge fan of this game on Gamecube as well, so awesome. So down here, this is what the Gamingphile fuels up on. We got the Maynard's wine gums, so delicious. These are a couple of things I'm eBaying at the moment. I just have like a stack over there. This shelf, this is kind of like this. This is kind of cool actually. It's like a hidden shelf, so there's nothing inside at the moment, but I can hide away some treasures in there. But it's this floating shelf where I put all my random stuff. I got Super Famicom, Family Computer. I like to display the Super Famicom controller too, because I love how they did the button layouts on those. We got an Amiibo, some Burger King gold cards, like just random stuff. Medicom toys. We got cats all over the place. This is kind of cool too. Little Link Between Worlds pre-order bonus there. I gotta give a huge shout out to this too. This is really cool Nintendo Power. Very first issue. But this is also... Oh, we got a fan as well. This is also really cool. Shout out to Larissa. I'm doing a lot of shout outs this video. She found this at thrift store. 1991, happy 8th birthday, Brian, from Michael Walsh. So, thanks, Michael. I have Brian's birthday gift. So I thought that was really neat. That's like kind of a unique item. Moving on, we got the Super Nintendo cabinet. This thing is like my pride and joy. Say hello to Midna if you haven't met Midna yet. So these are like basically all my Super Nintendo games. These are my choice boxed games. We'll just go over a couple highlights real quick. Like, you know, we got the Chrono Trigger, the Demon's Crest, Earthworm Jim's, Donkey Kong's, all the Final Fantasies. Really proud to own these actually, all the Mega Mans complete in box. So those are really hard to come by. The Lufias. Ninja Warriors, Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, both complete. Those are pretty hard to find as well. Down here we got, we moved the cat, we got Secret of Evermore, Secret of Mana, Soul Blazer, all the Spider-Mans, Super Punch-Out. Like, that's my favorite system by far. I love the Super Nintendo. I'll show you where I keep all the games, where I want to play them here. They're all loose in this drawer. So you pull them out, and then if you want to just pick up a Super Nintendo game, you want to play it, you just slide it out. So these are a lot of games that are just like at the ready. So my favorite system, obviously, like if you guys want me to go more in depth over this, I can do it in a separate video. But coming along here, we got big Battlefront poster, kind of cool. My little Lanyard Collection. I won't show you too much in here, but this is kind of like all my boxed consoles, or like extra boxed consoles, I should say. Video games I don't have room for in the infamous dubs bin, so these are all doubles that I have. I'll just show you. Here we got Worms Armageddon, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Those are doubles up for trade. So here, maybe we can lock the cats in there. Coming up here, we got the SMS, Sega Master System Collection. So, couple highlights, favorites of mine. We got Castle of Illusion. Love this game. Such an awesome platformer for the system. What else we got that's really fun? Fantasy Zone. Love the Fantasy Zone series. What else? Montezuma's Revenge. Big shout out to Dante. He found this for me at Value Village for like $3. So I said, dude, I need this. He hooked me up big time. Also R-Type. I fell in love with shooters and R-Type all in one when I was a kid. I used to play this game at my uncle's place. Really, really cool game. So these are my Sega Master Systems games. Xbox, moving on to here. This is kind of the only room I have for the Xbox. My little Xbox One collection, it's kind of modest, but it's, you know, I got the good ones, Halo and stuff like that. Love this system. It's another thing where if you guys want me to go into more depth into the games, I can do that. But coming around the corner here, we got a couple more Nintendo Powers framed up. I love the old Nintendo Power covers, especially this Castlevania 2. That's one that'll give you nightmares when you're a kid. So moving on up here to the PS1, one of my favorite systems of all time. I gotta say, this is probably my second favorite game of all time. That's Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I have the Black Label version and the Greatest Hits just in case. Just in case, and because it's one of my favorite games. Down the line here, a couple more shoutouts. I gotta give a shout out to Einhander. This game is unreal, amazing. Like one-player shoot 'em up by Squaresoft. Definitely check this out if you have the time. We got the Final Fantasies, obviously, those are great. Heart of Darkness, really cool, like one player, very good animation, like a side-scroller story. You're like, you and your dog kind of go through. It comes with 3D glasses too, really cool. The 2 Lunars I picked up this year, really cool to have those. Mega Man Legends 2, obviously this one's like jumping in price as well, that one's awesome to have. Yeah, so I've got all the Mega Mans on there. Parasite Eves, like there's just so many good games on this system. All the Star Wars games. Suikoden 2. This game I have in this little plastic baggie. I gotta keep it protected. This is like one of the harder to find, more expensive RPGs for the system, so really happy to have that. And a couple other ones. So I love the system, such a great system, and that's a kind of good segue into the PS2. So I have them in chronological order. All these games are so fun to play. I could talk about them forever. I'm just gonna go real quick. Capcom vs. SNK 2. I probably spent like 100 hours on this game. Don't test me. We got Dark Cloud 1 and 2. Those are great. God Hand is a really cool one. We got some of the Grandia series. Obviously the Grand Theft Autos that changed gaming forever on the PS2. We have the Ico, the Klonoa 2, which is a really, really fun one. Metal Slug Anthology, which is really awesome. Down here, what else? We got a Red Star is actually like a unique 2-player beat 'em up. Rule of Rose, I'll pull this one up real quick. I got a really good price on this. I think I paid $60 back in the day. It's definitely way more than that now. This is like complete and mint condition, so really proud to own that in the collection. We got all the Silent Hills and even Siren, so there was a good... there's actually good survival horror games for the system. Also, Time Splitters Future Perfect, so cool. So PS2 was great, but GameCube was even better. I'll just show you some of the highlights. So just coming around here, we have the Baten Kaidos games. I'll pull out Cubivore because this one is a recent addition to the collection. Honestly, like it's just so unique and interesting and cool. I had to own it and play it, and if you have chance, please check this out. It's almost undescribable. Really, really interesting. Eternal Darkness was such a favorite of mine. F-Zero GX. Here's a Fire Emblem. I actually picked this up for $5 at the local thrift store, so that was a good find. Ikaruga is another favorite of mine. Obviously, all the Zeldas. I got a couple doubles in here. There's like the Collector's Edition, Legend of Zelda games. We got all those. Both Lost Kingdoms. Metroid Prime's another really good favorite of mine. The Pikmins. all the Resident Evils. So this system is like honestly one of the best ones you can collect for. It's so much fun. And Smash Bros. Big shout out to Smash Bros. I cannot wave dash, but I can Z cancel. So I'm decent, not too bad at this game. I'm definitely playing a lot more of the new Smash Bros. Though. I love that game to death, which is on this system right here. The Wii U. This is the only spot I had for the Wii U. Very modest collection, but all games I wanted. You know, obviously you have the Pikmin 3s, Shovel Knight, Mario Maker's excellent, DuckTales Remaster was really cool, Captain Toad, stuff like that. So down here, these are all the like Game Pros, Electronic Gaming Monthlies, all gaming magazines. All the extra ones I keep down there in case I want to pop one out for reference. Over here we have, oh man, so many games here. It's it's kind of crazy. So we got a whole bunch of Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission are must-plays for Game Boy Advance for sure. Fire Emblem, really good. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX, love that game to death. And obviously the Wario Land 4 is a really good platformer as well. Coming along here, we have like, these are kind of like the extras up here. We have like a Beast Wars Transmetals. I don't know, just extra games I don't have room for. So up here we got the Turbo Graphics and Jaguar stuff and 32X. Right here we have just a Dreamcast section, all Dreamcast. A couple highlights all throughout. We got Cannon Spike for Dreamcast. What else we got? Obviously Grandia 2. We have Project Justice. That's another pretty hard one to find. Mars Matrix. I remember finding this at a thrift store as well. This was like $10 at this place called Cash Converters. Doesn't exist anymore. Marvel Capcom 1 and 2. All that kind of stuff. Maybe the last one I'll show out too, because this is really interesting, is, well, we got Seaman, which is cool. But the Typing of the Dead. I had to get I have two keyboards to play this game, 2-player. This game is really funny, really cool. So the Dreamcast had a lot of unique titles. It was a really cool system. Down here we got PSP. I gotta say, I just gotta shout out one game on the PSP, and that is Jeanne d'Arc. This is an awesome 3D, it's like a grid-based strategy game. Excellent RPG by level 5 on the system. But Metal Gear Acid, there was a lot of very interesting games on the system. My modest, I only have 4 PS Vita games, just started collecting those. The Wii. Now the Wii has got a whole bunch of crazy collectible games, I should say. We have The Calling here. I still keep the price tags on some of these games because it's kind of interesting to know what you paid for them. I think it's kind of like a fun little time capsule. We got Godzilla, that's another hard one to find. All the Kirby's. We got the Legend of Zelda Wiimote bundle there. The Pikmins, the Metroid Prime trilogies. Mario All-Stars. Xenoblade, I also kept the sticker on this one. That was another one that I found. Pretty proud to find that, like, at a good price. And down here, finally, is the Sega stuff. So, we got the Sega Genesis, Altered Beast, Batman and Robin, Beyond Oasis. Man, there's so many good games for this system. Gargoyles, excellent side-scroller, awesome TV show back in the day. Ghostbusters, this is the best Ghostbusters game you can play. Gunstar Heroes, it's a lot like Contra, really good. We got Mega Turrican, Michael Jackson, Mutant League Hockey. This one I picked up recently too, The Punisher. This one's pretty hard to find as well. I got that complete for a pretty good price. What else we got? Splatterhouse 3. That's a cool, like, gory side-scroller. Troubleshooter, Truxton. Love me some Truxton. Love the shmups. This is another really, really good one for Sega Genesis. Next up, we got the Saturn games. They're kind of just, like, put in the bottom here. Like, I have no other room for them. So we got the Clockwork Knights. We got the Galactic Attack. Both Panzer Dragoons. Resident Evil. Maybe I'll just pull this one out. This is cool. Shinobi Legions. This is kind of a cool... Vic Tokai developed this game. It's kind of interesting. 3 Dirty Dwarves, stuff like that. At the very bottom here, this is like I have no other room to put this stuff. I got a couple Neo Geo games, Jaguar, Colecovision, just kind of extras, so that's where they go. There's no other room for them, basically. Coming up here, I got this sick poster, Mad Hookups. We got the Super Scope, I don't know why it's there, it's chilling there. Over here, I'm a big Lego Star Wars fan. Unfortunately, I had to put the sets back in the box as I ran out of room. But down here, we got the Night Trap hanging out in the corner. That's kind of a cool game. And this is like the collector's cabinet, so they're very self-explanatory. You check out the games that are in there. If you guys want me to do any like more in-depth looks at these games, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. Down here's my Xbox collection. I actually really love the Xbox and I loved collecting for it. It's very affordable. It's not like crazy like other systems. This is a favorite poster of mine. I love this. I had to frame it like that. It's a Legend of Zelda Club Nintendo poster. I'll show you this. I kept this here. This is where I put all my pickups. So if I'm shooting a video, I put them all in this area so the cats can't knock them over. And I don't know, they're just better like sitting there than anywhere else. And here's some more highlights maybe. Panic Restaurant, I picked that up for $2.99, an old pickup video. I do have Flintstones. I bought that from a collector like a while ago, and thank God I did because I paid like half of what it's worth. We got the Worms, the Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut, Stunt Racer, Bomberman 64 Second Attack, stuff like that. So a little more of the hard to find games I put in the cabinets. This here is my Amiibo. I'll turn on the light here, the Amiibo shelf. I love the Amiibos. I think they're really fun to collect for, even though it can be kind of annoying, but it's part of the enjoyment of collecting, I think. So these are all the Amiibos to date, basically, and with the Shovel Knight on top, obviously, and the gold and stuff. Love me some Amiibos. Here's like the Nintendo side, so these are all, I'm not going to go into depth unless you guys want me to later on, but I have 423 unique titles. I have most of the trilogies like Double Dragon, Ninja Turtles, Castlevania, stuff like that, all the games I really wanted. So really happy to have those games, but I don't want to go over every single title in here, but we'll keep it just to what I have at the moment. Coming around here, this is kind of like, I don't know why, I just took this World of Nintendo plushie thing and threw some games in. So I have like Demon's Souls Deluxe Edition. I'm a huge fan of From Software. All the games they make, Dark Souls, I love those games so much. This is kind of cool too, the Bravely Default Collector's Edition, one of the nicest collector's editions like ever. Not just on 3DS, like really, really nice. Coming in here, this is one of my pride and joys, is the Castlevania Cube. So I'll open this up here real quick. This is like all the Castlevania games basically, minus the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. So we got all the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy Advance, the original Game Boy, like, so really, really love me some Castlevania. Some of my favorite games ever. They're so epic, so much fun. Down here we're coming to the Game Boy area. So I got all my Game Boy colors there. This is cool, Game Boy Micro 20th anniversary. This is like a Japanese exclusive. A couple Game Boy Advance in the boxes down there, like the gold one, the classic NES one, and a couple other things, Game Boy Micro and stuff. Down here's the Virtual Boy area. Love me some Virtual Boy, even though it's a very weird console. It's just super cool and interesting to me. And I had to throw in this Nintendo Power inside here. I thought it looked really cool there. I ended up buying this for $25, like way back in the 2000s. And glad I did, because it's jumped in value like crazy. So I have every game minus the one hardest game to get for it, obviously. At the bottom there is just some random stuff, Power Glove, little promo things. So coming around the corner here, this is kind of like all the room I have, basically. So we got all my PS3 stuff here, a couple controllers, PS4 games. Here's some N64 stuff. I used to love the N64. I'd say there's about like I don't love too many more games than this that I have in the box, but a couple shoutouts I gotta give is for sure the Legend of Zelda. I love the Legend of Zelda. This is the original copy that I picked up when I pre-ordered, like way back. Took a bus downtown. I was a young buck back then. We have Blast Core. Love the Blast Core. I love a lot of games on 64 actually. Paper Mario was really fun. Snowboard Kids. I love Snowboard Kids. Super Smash Bros. GoldenEye. All that stuff. So really cool games on that system. Here's a couple boxed consoles and like extra stuff I don't really know what to do with. We have a Genesis Model 3, couple N64s, Neo Geo X, couple NES systems. Here's the original Super Nintendo I bought back in the day, and a box Super Scope as well. So that's kind of cool. Down here, this is kind of weird. I bought a Game Boy that didn't work, so I decided to like shadow box kind of mount it. I should hang this on the wall, but for now it's just kind of sitting down here. We have the Majora's Mask Collector's Edition with Skull Kid, Shin Megami Tensei, very, very good game for 3DS. The Game & Watch, this is a Club Nintendo exclusive, that's kind of cool to have. So these are all my 3DS games and my DS games. This is a kind of a guest book actually. When you come in the game room, you got to sign the guest book. I don't know, that's where he chills. He has no other spot to chill. But a couple rare ones down here for 3DS that are getting kind of hard to find. We have Cubic Ninja, Code of Princess. What else have we got? One Piece. So Virtue's Last Reward's a really cool one. Sequel to 999. I've got Rhythm Thief. I managed to track that down at EB Games. Yoshi's New World, so some great games for 3DS. The original DS has some excellent games too. I mean, there's the Tetris DS, the Chibi Robo, the Chrono Trigger, Contra 4, which is unbelievable. All the Pokemon games. They're kind of not in any order at the moment, but you know, like the Zelda Spirit Tracks and stuff. Lunar Nights was a cool one. Fire Emblem Front Mission as well. Dokapon Journey, that one is kind of hard to find as well. So those are like my DS games. I just have them stacked there at the moment. But this is what I'm really, truly proud of, and I think is so cool, is this old Zippo case that I ended up buying at Value Village. And it just so happened that the Game Boy games fit perfectly inside. So these are some of my more sought-after games. Like, most of these games I have are loose. Looks like one's missing there. Someone stole that. So I've got, Blaster Master Boy is awesome. Ninja Gaiden Shadow, if you haven't played, is really good. There's all the original Mega Mans 1 through 5. We have all the Pokemon games. DuckTales 2, Kid Dracula. That's another hard one to find. Really fun game. We also have all the Donkey Kong lands, 1, 2, and 3. Donkey Kong Country. All the Star Wars, Kid Icarus. Really, really cool. Metroid 2. The Game Boy, even Battletoads, Burger Time Deluxe was great. I used to have a lot of fond memories of the Game Boy. It's a really, really cool system. And if you come down here at the bottom, these are kind of just extra random box things I have no other place for. Like we have the Super Smash Bros. Bundle. This is something I bought way back in the day that's probably pretty valuable now, is the box Sega Nomad. This is a portable Sega Genesis, basically, and this is quite expensive now. So I remember buying that, I think it was $100, and it came with this official Nomad power pack. So pretty cool to have that. I'm actually a big console, or a handheld player, because I find I have way more time to just like play on the go. I'm proud to own this as well. This is the Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker Edition PSP. This exclusive system was pretty hard to find. It's like comes in this green color, so really cool to have that. Some more cool stuff. I got a Virtual Cop special pack. Came with House of the Dead and the Virtual Cop games and 2 guns. I have the Sega Dreamcast keyboard in box. A couple Game Gears in box, like the older generation, the newer generation. This is the original Sega Dreamcast I got on $9,999. 1999. That was a good year. Sega Dreamcast arcade stick. This is a must-have if you're playing any of the Capcom fighting games. As well, we have the box Sega Saturn and 2 boxed. These are actually, people ask me what these are. They're virtual sticks, basically. So these are the official arcade sticks for Sega Saturn. Another really cool thing to have. And this is my box TurboGrafx. So I came into the TurboGrafx pretty late, but managed to get this. This is funny. It's Zaka. So shout out to Saved by the Bell. And so that's kind of it. We have like a box PSP back here and different consoles, but this is like more of the handheld collection. But this is one of my favorite pieces here, the Zippo Gameboy stuff. So it's really cool.